Hello, I'm Lucy Jennings from the Creativity Patch. Come along with me and let's do some happy weaving. The next step is to start warping the loom. So my first thing I'm going to do is take the covers off the embroidery floss. Find the first end of it. Now this is the back side of the loom. And I'm going to tie a little loop knot into the end. I taped it down to the right side because I am going to wind around the loom from left to right. So it looks like it's the right side. When I'm taping it down, I lift it over and it becomes the left side. Now I want you to know that is the most natural for me. I've always gone from the left to the right. Maybe it's because that's the way we read and it's natural, but for me, that's natural. Also, could be because I'm left-handed. So you might find, especially if you're right-handed, that you like to go that way. It does not matter. Do what's best for you. So I've got that all secured. And besides it being secured with the tape, it's good to just put your finger down there to make sure it's extra secure, because the tighter you wind this, the better. And we'll just go ahead and wind. We don't have to count how many, because that's how many notches there are. If you are not using a Lucy loom, I want you to know that these threads are spaced 4 threads per inch, which is what we call 4 dent. So if you're using another loom, just make sure that you're spacing your warp threads 4 threads per inch. So if it's 4 threads per inch and it's 4 inches wide, 4 times 4 is 16 threads altogether. But I don't even have to think because I'm just filling up my whole loom. I like it that way. Now I'm going to bring it over to the back side. Keeping this tight, I'm lifting it up off of the tape. Now I'm going to snip off that little knot so it doesn't get in the way while I'm tying. Keeping this tight. I'm going to snip it here. Give it a leeway there. I want to have enough room for tying. And then right in the center of the loom, I'm going to tie a nice tight knot. Tight as you can. And it's nice to have an extra finger. Somebody who has an extra finger to lay down there for you can make it even easier. So we're all ready. Got it all warped up, tight in the middle, and we're ready to start weaving, except for one thing. We're going to add some straws in to lift up the weaving. So we're all done with Mr. Tape. Goodbye, Mr. Tape. And I've gotten the straws all ready. Now, if you remember, there was 3 different colors of straws. This is the one that matches what we're going to weave, and we'll save it for later. And these 2 are just the straws that I'm going to use for the loom. Now, actually, they were longer. That's how long the straws were. But I cut it off at a little more than 4 inches, just the same width as this loom, so that it can fit on. And also, this is going to be what we hang it with. So a little more than the width of the weaving will look best. And I want to show you one more thing about the straw, especially the one that we're going to use to hang it. After I cut it, it kind of gets a little bit of an oval shape there. See how it's kind of like an oval? Well, I want to make that rounded out, so I just get my blunt end needle and it makes it nice and round again. I won't be needing him anymore. and we're going to insert the straws. So I'm just going to take the warp and lift it up and slide the straw underneath. It's funny how I got this idea. I was having coffee with my mother in a restaurant, and we happened to have a straw also. And I was weaving away, and I thought, you know, these warp threads could be tighter. And I grabbed one of the straws and I stuck it underneath, and it worked great. So I trimmed it off and I used it that way. So I thought, I'm always going to use straws and might as well get some pretty ones to use. We just push it down as far as we can and push it up as far as we can. And there we have it. We're ready to start weaving the fabric strips. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to learn more about weaving, subscribe to my channel. And be sure to check out my website, The Creativity Patch. There's lots more things to learn there, and I've got some really fun weaving kits. See you there, and happy weaving!